Going back to what we were talking about before the break, the reluctance of CBS to move forward on the Abu Ghraib story until Sy Hersh came in with additional information. Why do you believe that management was so reluctant to move with your story at that time and then not stand behind you when the Bush story came out?
Well, Sumner Redstone, who owns most of Viacom, CBS had been folded into Viacom. This was at least the third time there'd been a consolidation. But Mr. Redstone said publicly that he wanted George Bush reelected because it was good for Viacom. Not that it was anything to do with public service or the integrity of news. It was he wanted George Bush elected. Now, I think queuing off of that, those below him but still high up in the corporate superstructure took the attitude, whatever Mr. Redstone wants, Mr. Redstone gets. And he doesn't want these reporters poking around, investigating, digging in to powerful people from whom Mr. Redstone needs to get some favors to help his business. It's an old story that institutions begin to take on the personality and character of their leaders. And Viacom was led then and still led by Mr. Redstone. I think that permeated all the way down. The CBS News I grew up in, the CBS News that the American people learned to trust from Ed Murrow's time through Walter Cronkite's time and on beyond, was the CBS News that had the following view. News is a public trust. We want to be responsible and we want to meet the responsibilities of that trust. News is a public service. Yes, if it can make money, and we always hope it will make money, that's fine. But that's not the major purpose of the news division within the CBS larger corporation. But with each consolidation of the company, the high management and ownership of the company got further and further removed from news, to the point where nobody wanted to talk about public service anymore. Nobody wanted to talk about what's responsible. To the point, if you walked in and said, listen, I think we need to do a primetime hour on Afghanistan or what's happening in Sudan, somebody would say, well, that's not going to get a rating, that's not going to get demographics. And you say, well, yes, but it would be a public service. If you mention public service, one of two things are likely to happen. Either they'd call a mental institution or think you were smoking something very expensive.